Yo! And welcome back to another video. We're fitting some of this bad boy today. Some sound deadening. The only thing is, I bought another 40 sheets, slightly smaller than this one. Apparently they're not arriving now until the 27th of June. And it is currently the 21st of May. I've got bad whiplash going on right now. I've got stiff neck and headache. But I thought I could actually get this done. So let's get in the van and see where we're at. Hopefully I can get a fair amount done. Probably not all of it, but let's get in the van. So now we're in the van. If you listen to, let's say, this and this, the amount of vibrational noise that has. Now if you were to stick this on, now this is quite rigid and it's very dense. But what this does is it basically thickens up the panel, gives it more mass, and therefore less vibration, less noise. Now, I'd love to be able to just stick a whole sheet in there, but I ain't gonna have enough. And like I said, I'm 40 sheets short. So I'm probably gonna stick on what I can now, order some more, even if it costs me a bit more money, that's gonna be here as soon as possible. Let's say like tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I can try and keep the progress going. And hopefully, we can get the sound deadening insulated and fitted in the van. And then once this is done, I might then have some conduit to run through, to run some wiring, when they eventually do the wiring. And then insulation. So we've got to keep pushing, we've got to keep getting this progress going. Let's get some of this cut and let's start making this sound a bit more like this in a minute. So I've cut this into just two thinner strips and a bigger strip now. Thinner strip for here, another one for here, and then this panel is plenty big enough for this area here. Now, let's just listen to the panel before and after. I'm going to fit this bigger one here first, and you'll get an understanding of what I mean and what this does. So listen, give it a wipe. You can hear that. So just take this backing off, because luckily these are sticky back. These are very dense for what they are. And this, you literally just stick straight on to this panel. And all it's doing is making this panel a lot thicker. Now when you put this on, you want to push it on as best as you can, like as good as you can, to make sure it's adhered. Yeah, I think it's adhered. Make sure the adhesive has got as good a grip to the metal as you can. It's a good thing to use a roller, and actually I've got one in the shed. I don't know why I haven't got it on me right now. I'm going to get it in a minute, but put this on here, like so. Now listen. Boom. Where before it's, well, more like, it's a lot more dead, the sound, the vibration is a lot different. Yeah. So, let's get the other one. There you go. So far I've just cut these ones into quarters of the size of the sheets, and these ones I've cut into that. I think that was one sheet and there, and then this one was another sheet cut into 4 bits. Then these, that's a whole sheet cut into 3, and here as well. So all these panels now just have a lot more dead noise. There's no, the noise is so much less rattly and vibration-y. It's just a dead thud. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to get some sheets. Now I'm tempted to put bigger sheets, I'll use a lot more, and see if I can get this side of the van done at the bottom. If I can get that done, I'll be happy, and then I'll work out, or maybe just buy another lot of the same for this side of the van and obviously the rear doors. So I think for now I'm just going to have to get one half done, and we'll order some more and come back to this in a few days' time. But let's carry on. So there you go. I've done all the bottom, all the way along. I want to get some smaller bits I haven't got though, and I want to put something in these two smaller bits for that panel. All the way along there, all the middles, and all the way along the top. I had one sheet left, so I cut that and just stuck that there. So, like I said, I've ordered another pack of 10 of these ones. It should be like 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5 sheets for here. Plus the door, so let's say 6 or 7, and then the back door should be like 8, 9, 10. So hopefully that will give me enough sound deadening to do the whole back of the van. I will see you when it arrives some point next week. So, as you just saw, I did say I was going to come back to this video next week, but there's still loads to do, and I don't really want to wait. But I can always carry on the sound deadening next week when that arrives. But I can go over this with the roller to make sure it's properly adhered to the bodywork. But I've also got insulation to do, we've got wiring to do. So I was thinking, I'm going to come in here, I'm just going to have a look and see what wiring I know I'm going to run and where I can run it to. Now I'm thinking, my normal battery, obviously alternator charges battery, and from the battery I'm going to have a DC to DC charger. I've got a split charger already, but I think I'm actually going to get a DC to DC charger, which I can also run solar panel on, by a company called Renogy. Really good money. Victron is the known brand. It's so expensive, and then a lot of people in a lot of videos I've seen are using this Renogy, and a good friend of mine also uses them too. Greg's using it in his new budget build, so must be good if it's getting as common, or I've only just now heard of it, so I'm going to guess it. And I know I can run DC to DC and solar through the same module, the same part. So I think we'll put ledger batteries under the front passenger seat, and then we'll run wiring round to somewhere where I'm going to end up having my fuse box, and then I need to start running wiring around the van to certain parts for like USB chargers, light switches, lights, fridge. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the Thetford toilet yet or not. If I do, then I need 12 volt supply for the flush system on that. So I've got myself some 1.5mm cable, and I've also got myself a reel of some 2.5mm. 1.5 I'm probably going to use for like lights and stuff like that. The 2.5 I'm probably going to use for more USB chargers, mainly the 4 around the back. I am going to have another separate one over there. So just put on time lapse, and I'm just going to start figuring some stuff out. Do some masking tape and start labelling which wires are for what. Right, I've been having a think of what I'm going to do. Leisure batteries I'm definitely going to be putting, I think, underneath passenger seat. I'm then going to try run some 10mm cable, maybe 10mm square, positive and negative, from that point along the floor, up the pillar by the driver's seat, along the top of the van, and then I'm going to put some conduit. I'm now going to try and thread some conduit from here down and come out here, and I'm going to end up putting my fuse box, I think, here. So it's going to be under the bed in the garage area, but still going to be accessible. That's my plan. I'm not sure exactly how high or how low. All I need to know is that my wiring will be there, so I can go from the fuse box. I can run wiring down and I can bring wiring up, and fingers crossed this works. So let's try and thread some of this through this bodywork, this paneling. Don't know how well or easy it's going to go, but we're going to have to do it anyway. Now, I ain't going to lie, to thread 2 bits of conduit down that side and 1 bit down there, and for more to come out at the bottom there, was not easy. That was an absolute pain in the ass. but I've got them through. Now, if I put my fuse box here at the bottom, this wire in here will then be for lights that are going to go this end, and also USB chargers and stuff, so all that wiring can go through that side for the back. And then also I've got some going that way, which would be for like the fan, lights, this end, etc. So let's start working out what wiring I need for what appliances, what things, and start getting something in. So what I'm doing here is I'll run some 1.5 cable. Now this is probably going to be for, I don't know, EV's USB charger or light maybe. There's some gaps in the top of this coming down. Obviously this will be covered, so I'm actually just going to drill a hole through the underside here, because this is all going to be covered. So I can then run the cable down, through and through. Some people might forbid this, drilling into it, but I've already cut holes in the roof, for God's sake. So, turn this camera around, just open the doors to get some light in. I've got cables up here that goes down, but accidentally, no I didn't accidentally, I done it one way. So the kids were going to sleep at the bottom and me and Sarah were going to sleep at the top. But apparently we can do it the other way around now, so the kids are at the top and me and Molly are at the bottom. So these wires down here are originally done for Oliver, the light switch and USB socket, but then I ended up changing it, connect it on some Wago, I can't remember what they're called, whatever those connectors are, and then I've doubled up the two separate ones as one up to here, and then one of them's Ollie's light switch or USB, this one, and one's obviously the switch. So that's that, and then coming over the top here, I then come down to this cable here, which is going to be Evie's light switch, and her USB socket is going to run off a 2.5 cable with mine and Mully's, as we're going to be sleeping with our heads this side and so's Evie on this side. So I'm going to put all the USB sockets on this side on one wire sort of thing. Then all the wiring comes down here and meets up as a fuse box in there, water pump's going to go over there, so I've left a bit of cable, plus I'm probably going to have some excess of this one, excess, and I've also got conduit 3. And then if I come along here, got wiring over there, that's going to be for the USB sockets under the table. And then up here, I've got the shower room fan and the shower room light cables. And then this is the main lights into the living area. I'm not sure if that's all right, but that's what I've done so far. I've got the USB sockets to go in and I've got a few other things to do, but I'm going to be doing them with a 2.5. Now I've actually bought like 30 metres of 2.5 cable, and I genuinely should have got 30 metres of 1.5, maybe 20 metres of this. I ain't going to need nowhere near as much of this as I bought. Damn.
1 week later.
So as you can see, this is my switch panel that I used in my old van. I'm going to reuse it because there's nothing wrong with it. And this is my fuse box here. I'm going to have 12 different feeds out of this, and I think that is exactly what I'm going to be needing. So what I'm trying to do is just familiarise myself, because with electrics I'm not that good, but when I took this out, I've done a little video of what went where and why, what it was for. I've watched the video again on my phone, I went back and found it, and I've got it all sat in front of me, and I'm slowly learning and understanding what's for what went where, and how it all works, because like I say, I have no idea. I've got some electric ran through the van as I've just shown you previously. I'm now going to keep on running wiring through. I'm going to try and connect up what I can connect up, and once I've got everything kind of going through, maybe not everything but majority of the wiring ran through, connected up where I can, we'll come back and I'll show you. So I'll see you soon. It probably won't be. So as you can see, I've got my switch panel from my other van in, so I'm wiring that up. I've also connected all my wiring up here for the fan and the light. Obviously these will all tuck up here, out of the way. I've got wiring here for some lights that are going to be going under the cupboards here. Obviously the wiring down there already. Let me turn this camera around. I've also got all the wiring up here and everything along the top. Some wiring going over there for USB chargers and lights. So yeah, it's been a productive evening and I'm slowly starting to understand it, I think. Right, so I've ran all my electrics through and I think I've done them all, other than my water pump, but the fuse box going down and then the water pump is going to be going down beside it. Now I've got my sound deadening, I've got some more sheet, let me just grab them. Oh. The other lot of sound deadeners are right, so now I should have enough to be able to get sound deadening on the rest of all of these. Let's get on a time lapse and let's get this done. So there we go, there's somewhere well on the top. I've done inside the door because I had enough sheets to. Let's get some light in it quickly. As you can see, that whole wall now is all done, all along the bottom and inside these little triangles, all the way up here along the top. And then this whole wall, and I've even added some bits in between these gaps where I had some. And I've also put some in those little triangles there. So that is one fully sound deadened van. One of the other sheets arrive next month. I'm going to put some under the floor in the front, under the cab where the wheel arches are, just to try and avoid a bit of road noise there. And then obviously it's going to have the mat for the floor on top anyway. So yeah, and I'm also going to be doing something a little different, I think, with here and here. I'll explain what in a minute.
The following day.
So it's another day. This is probably the third day of this video. The one with yesterday in the orange vest, and then obviously today, and then the beginning of the video was last week. But these parts of the vans. Now, I don't know if you remember, when I fitted this closed cell foam stuff, it obviously helps somewhat with like vibration, somewhat with noise, it's insulation and everything, and vapor barrier all in one sort of thing. So I'm thinking I might try to use what I've got left just inside these panels to also help with maybe deadening any sounds at all. So obviously we're going to be sleeping in this part of the van, so I've got some left. Why not? So I'm going to see it on the tripod and just get some bits in here and here. I don't know how much I've got left or if it's enough. Well, I might order a little bit more and maybe do the tops because obviously the kids can be sleeping higher up. Maybe do the bottoms and the back doors. We'll see. But yeah, let's get time lapsing. So obviously you just saw me time lapse this one and there's no point showing you twice. So I've done this side too. This is all in and it actually makes so much difference. It takes out some of that sound. So I've done both sides and obviously this is where the bed's going to be going. So I thought, you know, I might do this and I might get some more to try to do up here and here. And then try to get some to do the rear doors as well. But yeah, just another little something. I don't know if I'm going to do this video in maybe 2 parts or one really long video. I don't know what I'm telling you now. You'll find out when it comes to watching it. But yeah, there we go. Ooh. So this one, if you look, it's got squares on it. Now this is actually some that I had left over from my old van. So I've used that on this side. And then this one is obviously the same as what we use for everything else. So now when we're sleeping, we've got extra kind of sound deadening / insulation and vapor barrier, although this is still going to have insulation on top. This is going to be boarded up here and this is going to be packed up with insulation here too, so hopefully it's going to be lovely and quiet when we're sleeping at night, hopefully. Yo, so I'm just walking back from the shop and I've just realised I forgot to do an outro for this video, but we'll be coming back to everything in this video, finishing off the electrics. But I had to order some bits. I had to know where things were going in order to know what I had to order, or the amounts I had to order, the lengths I had to order. So yeah, we'll come back to this video soon and in a couple more videos time. Got a lot more things happening in the next couple of videos, which you'll see soon. But yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And my favourite thing is to leave a comment, because I always like to hear what people have got to say, people's thoughts and ideas, tips, anything. So yeah, nice one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.